Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you are joining. Welcome you to another exciting conversation, another exciting program here on Track and Field TalkNet. We are happy to have you. We are happy that you are here with us. We are happy that you are able to join us once again as we conversate about what is happening in the space of the sport that we love, track and field. And tonight is not anything new to us. It is what we do and how we do it at our best as we conversate, as we talk about track and field. Good evening to you, Xavier. How are you doing?
Good evening, Latoya. What's going on?
So much is
Perfect.
going on. So much has happened in our space today, and definitely we are here to talk about it. I hope that you are ready to challenge our brain as you
Well,
normally do.
well, normally, let me start. Winston S. Churchill said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." And a lot of people have the courage in this realm to continue. So let's start the show.
Let's start the show. I love that way that you started that off. So definitely, and we see where our athletes are moving towards success and is actually putting in the effort and all that is required, the commitment, the dedication that is required to achieve the things that they want to achieve and to make themselves proud, make their family proud, make the country proud, and also in return make us the fans proud and give us the fans something to continue to cheer on. So we are happy to have everyone who has joined us, and we are happy for all the new family members that have joined us over the time frame and the time period. And before any further ado, let me just welcome once again no stranger to us, but a great familiar face, a great family that is with us whenever we call up on him. That is none other than our seasoned therapist that is in the building, Mr. Shea Hudson. Good evening to you, sir.
Hi, Latai. Good afternoon, and afternoon to Xavier as well.
Big up
It's,
yourself.
it's always a pleasure to be here. It's another good I think tonight is Tuesday night.
Yes, because we're not normally here naturally in the week. Why it is easy for you to forget that today is Tuesday and not Monday. But yes, today is Tuesday. And again, we apologize for not coming live yesterday, but definitely, I mean, nothing is wrong with waiting for what happened today to happen today. Greetings, class is in session. Right there, so Con the class is in session. Big up yourself, Paul. It is always a great pleasure to have you here. And yes, tonight is about the third fastest man in Jamaica that we have had. So definitely it's about him. It's about the other athletes who are running times that, you know, it's rounding up into their time. So definitely we will be chatting about that and all of that. Hey Nick, it's been a while I haven't seen you, but good night to you, my darling. Great to have you tonight. I see that class is in session and you're early to class. I love that. I love that. I hope you're keeping safe. So, because class is in session, I want us to start it, not where everybody expects us to start it. You know, Paul already said that tonight is about the big man, Bryan Levell, but that's not where we're going to start tonight. But Bryan Levell will definitely be discussed because that's great. But let's just start with the apology. I know that we kind of took in a little of what we saw happen at youth staff championships, and some of that was surrounding what we saw, what we heard with Sha'Carri and stuff. And now today coming forth, we saw Sha'Carri putting out an apology. Let's just start there. Xavier, what's based on the apology?
It took too long for her to apologize. I think she should have gotten out the blocks and apologized from the get-go. I think her marketing team took too long to realize what needed to get done. I know it was emotional. I know a lot of people paid attention to it, but for me, I think it's bigger than what we are looking at. Um, Domestic violence in the U.S. is a big deal. Whichever way it plays out, female hitting male or male hitting female, I think the playground is level at this point in time in the United States. So I think it was delayed, and I personally thought it would have come before now.
Okay, you think it should have come before now, but delayed is not denied. And I mean, the fact that the matter that she actually still, or they actually still thought that it was needed, give her the props. My viewpoint, give her the props.
But
I'll
before,
say what you think.
I mean, damage control. Some people that's what they're terming it. I am really, my thought from the very inception as to how significant the matter was in terms of what was done. But whomever, which I think is her handlers, would have probably said to her, the responsible thing to do and the mature thing to do is to come and make statements, and most times these statements becomes apologies, and you apologize for various reasons. I, for one, did not hear the entirety of it, but I read some quotations from it, and I saw where she was apologizing to the victim, as in the one that everybody knows who was those blows, Chris Coleman, and also to US Track and Field Association. She also apologized to them. But it looks like she was screaming for help based on the way the article was penned. It seemed like she's really asking for as much grace, because she's just at a state where these things might just happen at any random thought. So I'm hoping that making an apology is not just making it for formality's sake, but making an apology means that I endeavor not to do it again.
Okay, agree, understand. I'm just happy still that the apology comes. Whether it's genuine or not, I'm just still happy that it comes. I hope though that it is it is from some form of a place of acceptance and realization, so that you can start working on whatever needs to be worked on. But that's Sha'Carri, little moment there. And while we're on Sha'Carri's moment, we also saw today, we know, we have seen this season that this athlete, this wonderful, great talent, something is happening or is not happening, something is not happening right, or something is happening wrong somewhere down the line. I mean, we have saw where Fred Kerley is now provisionally suspended by USTAF for whereabouts violation. And my viewpoint on that, after seeing, it coming out, is that he's basically saying his lawyers have already written to USTAF about it, because it's as if he's challenging what they're saying, because it's as if he's saying that the personnel didn't make the effort or didn't done the thing right in order to get to him and stuff like that. Reason being why he is filing or going up against them as it relates to that. And that he's saying he wasn't missing when they are saying he's missing. So I'm wondering if one of those missing times was when he was behind bars a little bit. I don't know what's happening, but something happened. I don't know.
You see, Latoya, I'm gonna say this. I just think Fred Kerley doesn't know where he is as it regards to sport. He's completely lost in many things. I'm not sure if it's a new life, the new found faith. I don't know if it's the new relationships. I don't know if it's a new training base. I just don't know. It can't get any worse. January, problem. In between, there were many questions. By May, I think it was April or May, there was problem. Then it comes down to the important part of the season of trying to get onto another national team for the talent that he is. And Fred is somebody that is loved, but is a unique character. And you wonder for what it is that people still support him, but it is just always coming out on the bad side, where
Something.
when we thought Fred was just taking a break, yes, you're out of US trials. Yes, we figured probably something is happening. Could be injury, could be personal. So you're sitting this one out, and we're saying, Fred, just sit it out and come back good. All of a sudden, this is what greets us. And it's really sad. It's really sad, because you never want to have quality athletes or athletes of certain repute being brought. I mean, any athletes at that, to be brought into the spotlight on this basis, because now this is going to be a tick on your career that will probably, if it really turns out to be true that he has violated that kind of policy and understanding, it's going to stand and it's going to be charged. He's going to be charged, and then he'll have this now to live with for the rest of his career.
That's true. All you said is true.
Somebody say
Howard said Fred posted a picture on a date recently. The man was on a date. So maybe, well, Howard, that's why O'Shea is saying he don't know if it's the newfound relationship. The date is triggering something there. I don't know, or is newfound faith. That's why he's saying that.
But,
David, we were going to say something.
Latoya, but let's educate the persons out there in Streamland. It's 3 times you have to miss it in 12 months. He has missed it 3 times. So fighting it now on the 3rd chance, I think a little bit too late, because it's 3 times they attempt to find him in the 12-month period, and he's not available. So now making the statement to this lawyer, a little bit too late.
But where was he, Xavier? Wrong door, wrong car, wrong substation. Where was he?
Yeah,
because if you miss two, you gotta ensure that anywhere you are in the universe, when they come searching, you are there.
So this is a responsibility of athletes now. You missed 2 already.
Yeah.
The 3rd time, make sure, even if they're the girl back door or front door, make sure you give them the number and the
And
face of a
access.
jump over access to you. Because guess what? It's the third time.
Yeah,
Athletes are too careless when it comes on to things like this.
yeah.
It didn't just drop out of the sky that you missed two before. I know this is the third strike. So he needs to realize, and I think he's carefree. Unfortunately for him, I think he's in a period of his life that this happened, that it just crashing down on him is a slippery slope. So unfortunately, this piling onto everything that is going on with him right now.
Xavier, you hit the nail on the head when you said he's carefree. I was about to say, is it that Fred no longer cares about track and field?
I heard
And I
baseball in
said
the
it.
season.
I was that's where I was going, because I saw more than once where Fred is doing, seems like, he has chosen baseball, chosen a team. I seen him practicing that little, what you call it, the pitch, or the hitting the ball, when they would do it in that space. So I'm wondering if Fred reached the point of saying, it's just what it is. If it happens, it happens. I mean, on to the next one, and let me be the next best thing. Because if Fred goes into baseball, I would want to think that Fred would be one of the fastest, I don't know what they call it, but runners
Yeah,
being a part of that team.
could be a runner, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know, but Fred, whatever you choose.
But Howard said something, and I want to just comment on it. He said these athletes are having a hard time living up to the standards athletics is holding them. You got to understand, the athletics standards are known greater than any other standards in the secular world, in any other sport. And I think what is always the first responsibility of an athlete is for you to understand what governs a sport. And I think of all the rules that you can be charged with in terms of a error or fault or a violation, is the whereabouts one. That's the cheapest one, if you ask me, and I'm just being downright honest, because you
And
sort
that's
of
the easiest one to report.
yeah, you sort of control the narrative, because it's not a one drug test and something pick up, you can't change it. You get it? You come searching for you once, and you're told ensure that I think it's called an Adams system is updated to say where you are at a particular time for however much time. You know that it is what governs a sport. It is drug testing across all sports, almost similar. You go for a second time and you go for a third time, it shows that either you're not responsible and you don't have responsible people around you, because a lot of time the athletes are not the ones to update their thing, but they have to make sure that they are coinciding with whatever their management is updating. So the standards are no different. It's not too high. Fred Kerley is not a newbie. This man has been on the track for a long time. In his formative years, he was not having these issues. Now on the seasoned part or the back end of his career, these things are rising. Obviously, something is off.
No, I do agree with
Something
you.
something is wrong.
Something is really off. Mental health is a serious challenge for our males in our population. So I guess he'll figure it out.
Take up
But
cross.
his face
Well, I think he can only
hope
be
his
one
face
cross.
has been that long.
It's just one cross.
One cross. Okay.
Oh,
One cross we can bear, and one cross we can. Okay, I just wanted to talk a little, part of the leaf, the buds on the leaf of the matter, so that we can get to move into the meet that happened today. I cannot call the name. I will call it Memorial 2025, because I've always tried to call it G word. I can't, and that's my honest thought space. But as we dive into what happened at the Memorial meet today, we we saw a lot of things. We saw a lot of and the runs by these athletes today kind of give some people a little idea of where some athletes are or of what some athletes still need to work on, and maybe what we can look forward to in the coming times lead right up to chips. And therefore we want to just kind of see what our thoughts are over here as a family as it relates to that. We saw the hurdles happen today with the males and the females. And Xavier, if you want to take that, whether it be on the Jamaican side or just on the global aspect of things,
the
hurdles, the male hurdles.
I mean, I think I didn't watch the male hurdles, to be honest, but I think Hansel came second behind the US athlete. I think as Ansel is just making money right now and enjoying hurdling right now. Memory serve me right, I don't think he made the team. Will be making the team to Tokyo.
No, Ansel didn't make the team.
Yeah, so I guess he's just
right?
enjoying.
Ansel didn't make the team.
I think he's just enjoying hurdling right now, and I mean, we'll just always respect him whenever he comes or grace his presence on the track. Always a great hurdler, so I have to give him kudos to come out and really perform today.
It's always good to see Ansel run. Doesn't matter which time it is, Ansel will give you the answer on. Today for me, I saw the answer. So good night to you, Beerback. Howard, you're cracking me up. Howard says that all in my bag with a do, I carry answers. But truth be told, that would be a great relief or a great thing for a lot of persons. A lot of persons would want that to happen, I'm sure. But then it all comes down to how J3 would be able to bring him if it is that he doesn't go and win the Diamond League, right? And he does have the potential to do so. But I would say that I am concerned for
but that's all, yeah,
the national champion in that event. I don't know if it is something is not connected for him.
We miss Orlando Bennett running a pedestrian race at 13:32 at this point in the season.
You think about it. If I could add my 2 cents, I mean, Ansel has always been able to show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think something may be up with him. Why that happened? But yeah.
No, but I think up with who? Because what I was gonna allude to is that Ansel's showing in June
because he just got a pedestrian run.
13:32. Nothing special.
I mean, as again, Ansel did a proper rundown, you know, to give us what is required.
So for me, for the national champion, what I'm looking for is technique. Not necessarily looking for time, but looking for technique. See where he's at, or he's executing hurdle to hurdle, or best he get through the hurdles. How quick does he get to the hurdles to see if he can work on that for the next 25 days for championship? Let us see where it takes us in the next couple of weeks for him.
I'm not sure if you hear me, Xavier?
Yeah, man, I hear you now.
All right. So my 2 cents. So probably let's dissect them one by one. Orlando Bennett is doing what Orlando Bennett does best.
Deteriorate?
He has no love for the circuit. He does pretty much
Oh.
nothing on the circuit.
Okay.
But whenever he comes on to the championships, whenever he shows up, be it at the national championship or at the major games, he's gonna give up his utmost best, and he makes little to no mistakes most of the times. I'm not saying he doesn't make mistakes. He makes little to no mistakes. So I don't usually read too much in his inconsistencies on the circuit. The truth about it is that it's a virtually new squad of guys going to the championship, and he has the most experience, even though he's still a new player on the scene.
Yeah.
When Howard says, I think like Kerry Answer on the plane, Answer's performance this year in June was always the writing on the wall to tell me that Answer would not be somebody this year that we can count on, because for his pedigree and for his ability, I think he has proven to be much more inconsistent than all the other hurdlers we have currently performing. And that is why sometimes they say too much is given, much is expected.
Yes.
I think at this stage, Ansel needs to lead from the front. He's a veteran in this thing. He needs to lead from the front, because the other guys are counting on him to be the leader, the front runner. But more time he lags behind. Yes, he's going to come and give you one good race, but I guarantee you the next race is not going to look the same. So this time the plane will leave him unless he can play his way to Japan. But I'm excited to see what the other two, not necessarily the national champion, does. But the runner-up, his name eludes me at the moment. He's from the college system, and the young man from Elite. I want for them to go to these championships and to test their best, themselves against the best. Because hurdling, not only on the female side, but hurdling on the male side is a very tough ground to trod. And therefore,
competitive.
Very competitive.
But the only saving grace is before everybody lies 10 hurdles, everybody can clear them. Let's see who clears them the best. So for now, kudos to Ansel. I saw the race today. This is the best I saw him looking all season, but he was a shadow of himself. So can you imagine you looking the best, but not looking anything close to Ansel? I have more to be concerned about, thinking if Ansel's head is in the game or if it has left the game, more than Orlando Bennett, who looks very flat.
Well said.
I agree with you. We saw the women's 100-meter hurdles happen. That one was a little mind-boggling for me. Jamaica had Amar Brown along with Akira Nugent in that race. And that race we saw today was won by Nadine Vissier in 12:43 seconds. Alia Armstrong, 12:59. I mean, Christina Clements, I think,
12:74.
12:74. And then we had Akira Nugent coming in fourth. I remember when we posted that today, someone commented and said that Akira is being inconsistent and it is worrying them. I don't know if you both share the same view or
okay, so
or
you're using the nice word.
On Akira.
You're using the nice word. I call it immature. I think
is that a fair assessment though?
I think she's still enjoying. I think at this point for Akira, she's a world beater.
But is the thing about it? Well, finish what you're saying. Because
when you come to certain events and what you want to dominate and what you say you love, Anybody that is put in front of you, that you know you are superior of, you just dismiss the field. As Latoya say, inconsistent, I say immature. It
No,
comes with it. Hurdling comes with maturity.
and you think that Akira has not yet matured into.
I don't think she's matured enough to understand the event that she's in and
You
how
know
to
what I saw?
dominate the event.
You know what I saw today, Xavier? Is a mature run because Akira did not shuffle in the start, did not get a good start. There is absolutely no way, and no coach will say to you, having failed in the start in a race that is insignificant, there's no need to go chase anybody. She made a move, and at the 8th hurdle, you saw where she kicked the turbo and ran up into the hurdle. And from then, she just said, okay, well, this one I can allow it to fly by. This is Akira coming out of a rest. And of course, I know if her life determined or something significant was at stake today, you would have seen her clawing her way back to Visa. I guarantee you, on any day, any night, she would have clawed her way back to Visa. So there's nothing immature about the run. It's just that something gets wrong, and you don't need to fix it now, because what is up today in this race? All Visa will walk around and say, I won at the Memorial meet. Can she do it again come World Championships? If anybody I can put my pot on as the hurdler out of Jamaica this year to be the most mature contender, male or female, it's gonna be Akira. Even Megan in the prime of her life, I put my pot on the fire for Akira when it comes on to the competition, because she has that sort of fighting spirit in her that you have to take it out of her for her to give up. But again, I understand what you're saying, but I beg to disagree.
Well, I'll take your point, and I'll take it. It's two different words: inconsistency and immaturity. But I do take your point also. And as I said, you put your pot on fire for Akira. I'm gonna put my pot on fire for Miss Williams.
For Miss Williams,
Yes,
who's that?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah,
Well, again, and you're fair enough, because Daniel has really proven her worth and proven herself. The truth about it is that I still rate Akira as the new emerging star for this.
if she get it right, it will be a really good race. It would be a really good semi-final. I'm not even going to the finals yet, Good semi-final.
You're pushing too far. It's gonna be from the east, because
Hello.
it's gonna be from the east, because 12-7 is gonna be what you need to be at in the east. 12-7. That's
12,
where you're
okay.
gonna need to start competing, because when you get down to the final, it's gonna be 12-1, 12-2, 12-2 for you to get on the podium. So if you're not showing up from 12-7 in the first round, may God help you.
Makes sense.
Hello. What do you
happened?
care? We just get one picture. We said Nike promote Sha'Carri after domestic violence. Yeah, Nike is just.
So let me tell you.
No, I'm not going back to Sha'Carri. No, I'm not going back there. No, I'm talking about.
No, we're not going back. But you must understand
Xavier?
you have to understand the business of the sport.
Xavier, we discussed Sha'Carri already.
No, I'm not discussing
Memorial
Sha'Carri. We're discussing Nike. Nike need to sell shoes.
As you both spoke about Akira Nugent, about the hurdlers, and O'Shea, you rightfully said that 12-7 is the timings that we will be looking at or wanting to see in the first round for the hurdlers. You see, because that time is the time that we are looking forward to see. So when we get on to the semifinals, you see that grouping of that semifinals there where these ladies are concerned is going to be a really hard knocked one, because we're going to see people in the semifinals together that we had to be in the finals. There are going to be people who you want to be in the finals that will make the finals. The same thing we saw it happen. We saw it happen at Olympics. The hurdles, the women hurdles is one that you can't call. The women hurdlers changes winners very consistently because they stay on par and stay on the right direction right through the season, and they show up right through the season and go along. But Akira would get it right.
What makes you do off the? I think Amoy Brown. I think she's the next. She's the next. The fourth lady in the event.
The next thing coming up.
Yeah, because I think isn't she the fourth competitor for us? What make you of her though? Because she has not raced a lot this season, and each time I see her race since trial, she's not giving me the home or the thing that
the getting better and getting better. She's not giving her the improving.
She doesn't look like she's yet ready to pass that first round. She gave me that I'm stuck in her first round.
So I personally think that when it come on to certain athletes making the national team, if you're not a part of a certain setup, you're not going to get any better. You're not getting the race, and you're not.
You care to elaborate?
No, I'm just saying.
Clarity. Because you say if you're part of a setup.
Clarification is needed for your statement, sir. Clarification, not even clarity.
That was a general statement first. That's not gonna throw any stone tonight. Now I'm the liar money. Now I do nothing out of it. I'm behaving myself tonight.
But since we're on the subject of Amoy, though, are you saying that she might fit that sort of analogy?
Well, I'm not seeing her getting any.
Let me help you.
I'm not seeing her getting any better to come out of the first round.
Okay.
25 days out. She might have 2 or 3 more races, a lot of training sessions, but nothing super. I don't see anything special, nothing brewing. So we just expect she made the team and represent herself very well.
But would you say then, Xavier, that we have to, because of all 3, she's the most inexperienced athlete at the senior level, despite being all around as long as Akira and those others are. She's the most inexperienced.
Being around longer.
Do you think that her handlers made the wrong approach in not giving her more race experience so as to get her battle hardened? Because there's no doubt she has the talent, but as you said, she's stuck in the bigger group of the pretenders versus the contenders. Do you think that the approach by the handlers were wrong?
Knowing that as I said, she's been around, I think the handlers could have done better leading up to championship. Try to get her in as much race as possible so she can develop. It's like a crash course to say, let us see how fast I can bring you to this standard to compete with the superstars of the hurdles, of female hurdles.
Well, I throw it back over to Latte, but one thing I'll tell you, this is the same camp that produced Janik Day, coming from misery to might, moving from almost dead and dusted to making the finals at the Olympics. And I just want to believe that this year, based on what I'm hearing, and I choose to say it after you provide a clarity, that Amoy Brown is now the new kid on the block for them. And I'm hoping that whatever they have been keeping under their wings and not showcasing it, I hope that he can repeat it again with another virtually unknown becoming known by making her come forth at the championship.
So much was said between you both just now. And Xavier's analogy, let me start there, is a good analogy. And I agree with his analogy because he said it is a general. I agree with the analogy on the basis that you tend to find persons who are not of certain camp not getting the exposure to be able to get races in. Move to Xavier's second point of her handlers not doing right by getting her the races in. However, I will say that you have to remember that persons don't just get races in just that easily. You need to be doing something or did something that would allow meet directors, meet organizers to want you to be a part of their meet. And Amoy hasn't been out, not say on the circuit, but hasn't been really out there for meet organizers to say, hey, I want Amar Brown at my meet. Which also rolls into O'Shea's point of her camp basically holding her back. And we are now going to be under the premises of hoping that she will be able to get right in 22 days or in a couple days times. So as when she gets to the championship, she can at least move out of the next round. It based on what she has given us so far, it would be a hard task for her because those ladies are moving and are not on anyone to come in and get the opportunity to just roll over them. I will say this though, that O'Shea said that since she has been, you know, scheduler place on the team, she hasn't really been improving. And I would agree with you because we would be seeing the next baby on the block, been just improving all season, race after race after race after race. And it leads me to think, this is my opinion, it leads me to think that it would have been better if it was her who would have been going over Amoy, not taking anything away from Amoy because she has also put in her work and therefore she bear the fruit of her labor.
So,
Based on the time.
Latoya, this is just throwing it out there, not deviating any at all because I'm gonna let you move on. 10 seconds of glory. This is where administration come into play. When you have athletes that are selected or quote unquote have 95% chance of being selected to national teams, because they are not only representing themselves now anymore, they start representing country. So you need to start putting stuff into program. If you have two elite athlete that is qualified that don't need your help, and you have a next athlete that is subpar or below par of what the world is at, it's where administration come in and have that conversation. You are in line of making the national team. This is a program. Where are you with your program? How can I assist? And that's where I stop when it come on to that part.
Which administration which administration would be responsible though, Xavier?
So
no, which administration?
No, JHA is responsible though.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
okay.
I just never want to start.
I'll say to you, put that in writing and email it to the relevant authorities. Remind them of their awesome responsibility.
Yes.
Like how we went there and Xavier chose to stand on that and O'Shea decided to
Lataya, we never that dry out. We never that dry out, Lataya. That's why I say we stop right there, so. Because you are JHA defender, you know, we keep it quiet for months, we keep it quiet.
What I was going to do just ask a question. I was just asking one question and then I'll move right along. We said it would have been JHA's responsibility to get that done. Why?
No, ask the question.
Why didn't the athlete offer herself up to be a part of like the knockout
She is
championship
a part of
for
the
the
knockout.
Pan Am?
She is a part of the knockout. She is running the knockout hurdles. Amai Brown is running knockout hurdles.
Yeah, herself and Kerika.
Yeah,
Herself and Kerika were
she's
the ones
running.
selected.
She's running.
The truth about it, the truth about it, we have to trust the method that always producing the madness. Because over the years, the MVP group, usually whether it's veterans, newbies, or otherwise, once you get your puncher ticket or you're in line for team selection to our championships, you virtually move from Jamaica for in excess of 3 months to Europe. And also, the others who would have not been successful in quest at the national goes along. And my thing about it, if you're going to Europe where races are aplenty, you see some athletes running day, night, back to back, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, while some others from the same camp not running at all. So you're wondering, is it an issue about race? Because these are not Diamond League meets you're contending for. Is World Challenge, Silver, Gold, and Evo Era Permit meets that you can get into and get enough competition, because Europe is getting ripe at that time and they will want to invite you to even come to their own personal meets to give their local athletes challenge, and it also helps you. Case in point, Ashanti Moore went to Europe and the rest is now history. Could have stayed in Jamaica and do all comers and do every little foolishness that exists here, but they can't decide we're going to Europe and we're seeing it. That camp that Amma is from has more pedigree, has more fame and acclaim in Europe. Why is it that some athletes from the camp just taking long vacation trips?
So we saw Chris slowly run today in the 100 meter. I have not yet seen Natasha Morrison run since Natasha Morrison has run at trials. Just to add to your point that you're saying, so I agree with you. Done and dusted. Because if we argue on it, hurdles.
Done and dusted.
Let's move into like how we just dealt with the short hurdles. Let's just move into the long hurdles. The long hurdles. We saw the women long hurdles run, and we saw where, of course, the defending world champion in Fenkable winning that in 52.24 seconds.
Okay.
I thought that was a good run from her. A comfortable one. And I think even though it was comfortable, I feel like I need her to be giving me a little bit more.
You double standard.
Why?
Because
Why? You have double standard, Latoya. Because we were just talking about Akira and we say mature run. Why this one couldn't be a mature run from Femper called nobody know the behind them if you catch me. That's how I'll go over the hurdles.
No, remember I used the word inconsistent
I mean
for Akira.
Yeah. The truth about it, Xavier, I mean, people like Fenke is we use the statement to who much is given, much is expected, and
Exactly.
I mean, I cannot understand when you are deemed to be the chief, because when a particular athlete is in any race with her, she tends to give more out of her body in a quest to defeat that athlete, regardless of it being on a permit meet, Diamond League meet. Now that particular athlete is no longer interesting in that.
She's not motivated.
For this event this year, you'd hope that somebody would grab the bull by the horn and put down some statement runs. But
like Warhome, that every time he goes out, he just
the
runs.
defending champion.
Yeah. But
No. She's the defending champion.
Yeah.
1 second. Fenkable is the defending champion, and she's a talent also.
Yeah.
And if it is that I'm going to sit and take from Fenke, say, okay, because that particular person is not running, I can just wobble, 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 wobble. Look here, Dalila Mama then wobble, 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 wobble. I'm just saying.
She might be
So
tired. She might be tired
the
because I think
more races you get, because she coming off her championship.
championship last week. Yeah.
I'm just nothing is wrong with what she give me now. Nothing is wrong with her 52. I'm just saying I wanted. It's not the time I have a problem. See her more
the
comfortable.
dominance wasn't evident.
The dominance wasn't there. I wanted her to be a more give me that more comfortable run. That's what I wanted from her. More relaxed. Let me use that word then. The more relaxed one where she's not in the head, but she's just gliding over it and being relaxed. That's what I wanted from her. So it's not about the time. I just wanted her to be a more relaxed and give me her technique, because if it is that she don't practice that, when it comes to the time to do it, everything that shot away. And we saw that happen with her. We saw that happen with her at the Olympics. No, we saw that happen with her at the Olympics, Xavier. Because
we are here, and if you use, I understand what you're saying, but we are here, and you don't know if she her head did hurt her. You don't know if she did buck her toe. You don't know if she did have no issue coming to the start line. You're rough, Lataya. But you couldn't be my coach, you know.
No, Lataya has just been the typical parent, Xavier.
Okay.
When you're used to getting 199 and you get 90.
They ask you what the other 1% is.
No, why have you got 90? It's still an A, but why have you got 90?
Why haven't you got 90?
Yeah, 90 is an A, but A is not 90 for you. Your 90 A should be 100. I thought it was. Fenke looked a little stretched today. I think she was trying to chase the meet record. That's the kind of vibe I got. She was pushing her body to get the meet record. And I think for my liking, I like when Fenke does run like she don't know if she's in a race or she's just training, because that is when she effortlessly runs 51. And everybody, when she runs with that button, she just walk it on like, good morning, hello, I'm here, and I'm gone. But today she was running and looking like she was full out, but the clock was not saying 50 points. So, and you could see a little thing on her face, like she was like, damn it, I think I was going faster. But again, Fenke is not going to do anything. Fenke, when she goes to the road jam, she's going to go a big thing, and she's still a girl to beat.
Oh.
Okay.
Remember we had Shine someone in the race.
Huck says that she did tired, plain and simple. She ran full indoor and outdoor and relays and etc. last year and all of those stuff. All right, she did tired. Okay, but I just wanted her to be relaxed. That's all I wanted from her. That's it.
Spirit thought for Cheyenne. So, I think Cheyenne loves this circuit to run, but I think she's not too interested in any matchups. That's my thing. I don't think she's interested in any matchups. So she will come to the championships and she will fight. And that's something from her days at Ideal. She's gonna fight. Whilst at other times, she looks like, I just want to be here. I'm glad I get a lane, collect the money, and keep it moving. That's the vibe I'm getting from her.
It's a 9 to 5.
It's a job, yeah. Some days you go to job and you just want to
just tear
the papers up and do nothing, but you just smile and say a few hellos, and before you quit, it's 4 o'clock. Goodbye. Yeah. When it's payday now, you're bright and you're more chirpy when things matter most. But Cheyenne has enough experience. That's the only thing I can say. She has enough experience now to know that she should know what she will need to do come Tokyo.
Okay. All right. So we're getting our business now. We're getting our business. Let me go in 400 meters. We saw the men 400 meters happen. And O'Shea, call him name for me now, please. I can't bite my tongue.
Mazula.
Samung
Sammy
Congo.
Congo? Sammy Congo.
Samung Congo, right? Samung Congo, right? Someone that 400 meters in a pretty 44.11. And it was a pretty 44.11.
Yeah, when
Richards looked
44.11
like
becomes.
Jerry Richards looked like he's saying, "All right, I'm coming down. I'm getting."
No, them
no, Jerry
bust a
can
clap.
do
No,
something.
the last 40 meters, them bust a clappers in Jerry is because Jerry never won the race. Jerry never won the race. The clappers them bust a foot and him just decide to run. Him dash for the race. He should have won that race.
I think of course them force Jerry. When me watch the race, me I say force Jerry fair come run the race here. It's like Jerry in this.
He was in it.
We just want to steal man. That's what we get from Jerry.
So 45-12. 12 days to go.
Mach 11. Mach 11.
No, 45. He run 45-12, and coincidentally, it's 12 days to go before the window closes. Will he get there?
Why he's singing? Where Marian all
Mach 11 not gonna run it time.
Yeah.
Where?
This weekend?
This weekend? At the last one, you know.
Where Marian All is say? Eh? What did Marian All say in a one of her famous statements? "Are tired?" That's what she said. Lady Saudi say, "Are tired?" That is what I'm seeing. "Are tired?" Because right now, and I'm no joke. At other times I was a little bit more gracious. What I saw today was the old version of Mach 11, running and flapping and swinging and not going nowhere.
Oh, when tired from? When tired from? I want time Mach 11 run since now.
No, let's go back 2 months ago at Jamaica trial when you had the opportunity to make the time, but you did just want to prove to people, say you are me a national child. I know I'm tired.
Listen.
He gave the suggestion that, you know what, I run this time now and I'm going to go over next one. I'm going to run it again. I'm going to run it again. I'm going to run it again and run it again. But
it not happen.
Like that time he probably was walking from Jamaica.
But Devian, listen.
No, we're listening.
Assessment, assessment.
Yeah, we're listening.
No, it's what values is what people hold as their value. And for Mach 11 in that moment at trials, winning and becoming in national trials for the first time is really what matters at that time. That's number one. No,
kudos to him.
That he has not. Now that he has not yet run the qualifying time, and if you figure it out, and I personally told him this.
Oh.
So we can say it. So I can say this. I personally said it. You need to figure it out and you need to get it right. You are not boarding the plane just because. Because you're going to board the plane just because it's going to be a worse off moment. Because every other time, the fans them are cuss and I say, I board the plane, you know, and he never board the plane. While those times, he always do what needs to be done and boarding the plane rightfully. So now you have to board the plane because you do what needs to be done. So I'm simply again, Mach 11 weekend is coming. It has to happen this year weekend, yeah. Are you going to be boarding the plane just
to make it happen? Does he really have the ability this year to make it happen? Because you see the thing about it, yes.
No, go ahead.
The thing about it, let me say this. No, I'm wondering if he, at this juncture in the season, because guess what? You see, the story would have been so beautiful. The story would have been so beautiful had he do the right thing at the trials. It would have been a win in many counts. You would have done something that a lot of people thought you could not do. And you would have done it in a manner which a lot of people to this day doesn't give him the fair share of justice he deserves in terms of his talent. And that's a big moment to put down a big performance, a statement performance, and then you step on the plane to say, in other times, people would say, I was lucky to get on the plane because the others are substandard, but this time I would have earned my way onto the plane. He decided that he got the passport, but he was not yet too interested in the visa. And now you're seeing the struggle because guess what? I'm trying to look at the world ranking, which I don't know if him watching that world ranking or if nobody.
And we will talk about it, the world ranking and how people are going to be qualified, because it's a show by itself, O'Shea, for us to understand that a lot of them waiting on world ranking and won't make it.
Exactly. All right. So there are 48 of them that will go, and he is ranked as of today. He's ranked 46th, and this is against the fact that remember that Jamaica has 3 other guys ranked higher than him, include the man that ran 48 today. We're not gonna overlook that.
Sean Bailey ranked higher than him.
48 today is qualified to run the 400. We still have the likes of Above McPherson, who is qualified to run the 400, and the defending champion, who is telling me that he is not too interested in defending the title that he won in 2023. He's also qualified. Now there's one slot really left up for grabs. Who wants it? And from all indication, yes, the man that should have gotten it this year, because he would have been the most deserving of it, McDonald. I think if he doesn't get there by the ranking, him throw it away. We have to give him like it is. He threw it away because now there's no other route than to have done it at the trials. Missing can make it by him. Have to go pray long and hard that no, the next 2 people don't pass him in the ranking before the time cuts off.
He might gonna make it this weekend.
Ataya, I understand your
it's a
pain.
long trip from Europe to Bahamas. I hope you know.
Okay, 10 hours layover.
Remember that trip. Remember that flying thing. Remember that the team will be flying around somewhere about tomorrow, more likely, for the weekend.
The 13th.
Yeah, tomorrow, right?
So is he coming back to Jamaica or he's going directly to Nassau?
They will be flying to Nassau.
Okay.
Remember say them scatter all over now. So wherever they are.
You see my fear? Bahamas is proving to be the place that Jamaica does not do well any at all.
Them put goes up on the track for Jamaica.
Yeah, Bahamas don't like we don't get them do we going to win, but we're not going to impress. Bahamas just don't want we down there, and we just never want
the starters not liking.
Bahamas not good entra. We good to
the starters don't even like us in Bahamas. Remember that.
For your sake, though, Latoya, I hope it happens.
I heard her because you shed the light on me. I tried to tell her for months. I was disappointed in self-glory than the overall picture. You win $1. You ever see the picture with the bread and the key? And the man has stretched for the bread and left the key? Him just a feeding moment today. And I realized he needed to escape.
Xavier, you started the program with a quote, and I'm going to give you another quote. Faith without works is dead. So I have faith this weekend.
Are you putting the work or am I putting the work?
Mark 11.
Some things will not change except by fasting and prayer.
I hope no. He has good coach. He has a good support system, and I hope that they put it together. Go back to the drawing board, see where he's at, and see what he needs to do. He has 2 rounds or 3 rounds in Nassau to run it. If Nassau don't work, they better buy him a next ticket for go to Europe before next week Sunday. You have
Boy,
money. No worry.
So go home.
boy,
Faith
boy.
without works is dead. I have faith.
No,
As
let me
small
tell
as
you
a
what happened,
mustard
O'Shea.
seed, and I move
Let me tell you what
mountains.
happened. He went to Haywood. He went to the US to run, and I don't think that meet happened. And that was when he was preparing to run the time. Remember Latoya?
He went there, it didn't happen. That's fine.
Yeah, and that was the meet that he
He's got
wanted to
enough. He
run
has
the
been
time.
putting in the work. He has been putting in the
My
work.
my
It's gonna
fear is
happen.
that I do not want them. I do not want them to, at this weekend's championship, to have it in their mind that he will have to be a part of the squad that wants to qualify or show up their time for the mixed
Really?
4x4. Because if
No man,
he
remember say
is
the man them have a problem. The man them have a problem.
no the mix 4x4.
Remember,
He
we need
never
the time
named
for
to
mix
mix.
one.
He never named to mix, man. A Kennedy, a
He was not
Delano
named.
Kennedy.
But
He
remember,
never
people,
named to
people
mix
are saying,
because he a focus on the 400. Remember to no man, faith man.
All right, next topic, because Lataya get angry over big boy journey.
Faith, man. No. The thing is, no, Xavier, the thing is, the more
Road to
athletes
Damascus.
you
Road
get
to
in,
Damascus.
the more athletes you get in by the qualified time, the more room you have to carry others
No,
via the
no,
world ranking or the quota
we're gonna
right?
talk about it. The world ranking doesn't affect you unless you make the top 48. So we
yeah,
have to be careful of it, Lataya. You keep on saying carrying athletes. We just not gonna pick up athletes to carry. You have to fall in the 48 for Jamaica to be able to take them with on that
yeah.
plane. So even though the slot is there, if them not fall in the 48, they can't go.
Bareback saying
Right, but
that
we need
Rashid
some
can
of
still
it.
compete even if he doesn't make the standard. That's what we're saying. There's a particular ranking that they want X amount of athletes to fill the field. So therefore, they want 48 for you to have equity in terms of the number of eats. So they're gonna choose those based on their ranking. But those rankings can change at the tick of a clock. And that's what we're saying. That he's languishing just about 2 spots outside of the ranking. He has to now pray that the 2 guys behind him doesn't pass him, including Delano Kennedy, can pass him.
So
So that is where things might get a little bit down.
so they will get knockout points. They'll get points this weekend. So hopefully he garnered some good points to stay ahead of everybody. So right now you just need to
But Delano Kennedy will also be running him and Delano Kennedy
Yes.
is
So
running
if Delano gets the world championship qualification time, it's argument closed for
big boy.
McDonald. What?
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr. McDonald. Sorry.
done.
Next event, Latoya.
Maki is going to make it.
We're running up.
Maki not gonna make it time. Remember, Maki not gonna make it time.
Well, Mila is agreeing
Tina
with you.
Clava.
Nika Clava.
Thank you so much, Mila. Clava ran that 400 meters in 50.11.
Now,
Is she? I mean, that was Xavier's word pedestrian based on the times that I'm taking that word out of Xavier's book. Based on the time that persons are running. But then, I mean, Clava is somebody who knows to run when it matters most anyway. So kudos to her.
So you
Kudos to her.
go pedestrian, you want to go fast 5 or fast 9?
No man, kudos to her. Kudos to her. Kudos to her. Let us get into the business and all, no? The business
Yeah, the fast 5.
Yeah.
hold on,
And let's start the fast
Hold
5
on.
with
Lataya, one second. I just want you to, because I mean, the platform is also for teaching purposes. I see Miller saying a lot of American athletes will drop out. I suppose he's saying, is it out of the ranking? But if that's what you're alluding to, just to let you know that as it stands for the ranking, the IAAF or World Athletics do not list more than is allowed in terms of the allowed competitors in the ranking. So US might have 100 million people that runs the qualifying time. They list the top 3 or 4 from their country. So all the others are not counted So
Yeah.
if you look at the true ranking for, say, McDonald, and I'm going to tell you where he is in terms of the true ranking in of itself. He would have been 39th this year. But based on the point system, if you should put in all the US athletes, it would have been about 60 something in the world. So what they do, they take out those other athletes who are
Athletes.
triplicating and in those countries and ensure that the federation gets their quota, permitted quota of amount of athletes, which is the 3 by qualification, or if there's a 4th, if you have a defending champion. So that's how it does. So that is why Russian is in the relevantly in the ranking at the time. So just for you to understand.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Fast 5, you said, Xavier, and so we call Fast 5 with the man who knows how to make the paper. The man who says, every time I go to a meet and I feel like my saving pan less down for some reason and need to be built back up, I'm going to eat the money and go home, lie down on a bed, cock up my foot and smile. None other than Mondo Duplantis. Mondo Duplantis vaulted to his 13th world record today when he vaulted. That's the word, right? That's a word, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm learning now. Sorry. But it's a moment. I mean, 6.29 meters. What is Mondo saying to us? When Mondo decide to stop, set the world record, what is he saying? And that's that Mondo.
It's a money. It's you hear about a lot of scamming. It's one of the events, and I was no, hold on, let me start. I'm not gonna say it. Hold on. So it's one of the events in track and field that allows you to make money. And as I was schooled before I came on here, is that it's no fault of the athlete. And if you're giving away money, if you raise the bar 2 centimeters every time for break the world record, I'll do it until thy kingdom come. Not my fault. I'll take the money that you have to give me and I'll continue breaking the record. If I need to put a centimeter on to get $50,000 more, this week I take 50,000. Next week I'll decide to take maybe 150,000 because I'm putting on a centimeter Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Kudos to him. Found the loophole in the business. Keep doing it.
Boy, Xavier, you went lot of scamming, boy. You know what I term it? You know what I will term it? Mondo has learned that you have to budget.
Accordingly.
And you spend on a budget. And every time you go, every month, you only spend what is needed for the month. So each time Mondo gets a share of the prize money, he goes and spends it, and whenever he's broke, it's back to the bank. And the good thing about it, every time he goes to the bank, he's given the opportunity to withdraw. Free and fair. And that is what I am liking about the sport. If you give me the opportunity to be rich, I'm going to be rich. And at this rate, Mondo is what, 20 something?
Yeah.
Okay, by Mondo reach about 35, he might broke this world record about 35 times, if not more. So until, as you say, if them can change that clause and laws, they shall be paupers at Mondo's beckoning. He's gonna do what he think he needs to do, a little by little. Your granny say, one step
cocoa full
at
basket.
a time. Yeah.
But Xavier used the word lot of scamming. Xavier, listen. If you have the money there put down and you tell me, say, if I do this, I get this. And I know myself to do it, to get it. I'm going to do it, you know. And if I figure that I can do it and get it
So
at
what you
all
think
times, I'm going
what
to
you
do
think the
it because
concept of
remember,
lotto scamming is?
but hold on now.
So what you think the
No,
concept
but
of lotto
Devian,
scamming
remember
is?
now. Devian, remember now that, it means if you originally offer it to me, it means that you have it to give it to me when it is that I do it. And if I don't do it, you're going to consistently keep it and only be offering me the same one money. So two of them are can each other, but one just have to be brighter than the other. And in this
Mondo,
case,
that's
Mondo understand
the
the
business.
concept, and the business of money. Mondo don't want to live in the barter system
So
life. He want to be
so so
connected. I
so
agree with you,
so
Mondo.
so 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 a lot of athletes need to start practicing. Let's shave a millisecond off of the world record. Take some money. Next week we'll do it again.
Tell it to people like Chibet and Faith Kipiegon.
Well,
They, they are the ones you need to tell it to because they seem to at every time try to push the bar so
Uh,
far
that
that
they can't even reach it again.
it takes them a longer period to recover, to repeat. And they don't understand that the prize is in the purse. That's what lasts. Because remember, the records are made to be broken, and somebody can break your record, and that is why Mando is saying, while I have a chance to break the records, I'm not gonna put it anywhere where I'll never do it again, and for the rest of my career, I'm not gonna able to get from the back. So I'm gonna take my little time and spend the cash because they know. I think if they were smart, they would have budgeted for Mondo to be the biggest profit, the person to profit the most from whatever incentive. Because from a tender age, he has shown that he has the ability to go farther, way farther than what the current pole vault record is. So he's just showing, what they probably would have, I want to believe, planned for.
well, I want to see Mondo do another event. I'd love to see Mondo continuously be great. But yeah. All right, so that's one out of fast five. Where do we go? Let's go to the women 200 meters. We were entertained with another great run from Ashanti Moore. Again, Xavier, the point of that you made about being in a certain camp and not getting the exposure. Here it is now again with Ashanti Moore, that the team has to make the decision to say, do we stay one place or do we put our hats in other baskets so that we can earn and gain what it is that we are going for? I mean, it's just last week we see Ashanti Moore run a two personal best Ashanti Moore run last week and come back again, come do this. That curve from Ashanti Moore was chef kiss about it. Someone.
So I think Ashanti Moore has more, no pun intended, more to give. I like the progression from the trials. We didn't see her. I didn't personally see her being national champion, but then she said, "I'm national champion. I'm going to prove to you all why I won and what I can do moving forward." Um, she's in a good camp and is the opposite. We spoke about an athlete before not getting enough race. Ashanti Moore is getting the race. She is maximizing on Europe to the fullest. I think Ashanti run like a Wednesday, Monday, Saturday, or a Wednesday, Saturday. It's two meets per week she's running, and she's running up into good shape. Hopefully that she can not get tired like some other athletes, but and keep the momentum going. We have 25 days to go. She might come home, rest a little bit, and keep training. But I mean, kudos to her. I think
When this come home story.
stay over there. No,
She
she have a
just come in. She just come out to pack
When
her
this
bag.
come home
yeah,
story.
she come on for well then can send the bag to her, you know. J3 can just pack the kit and say stay.
Jay who?
J3.
Is her mother and her granny a pack the bag?
Well then give the madam granny the swimsuit, the tights, the panty,
And the
the jacket,
seasoning.
and the seasoning, and say, oh, make sure nothing in it, and send go gear.
The truth about it, what I like, and I see, you see, sometimes I just, as I said before, you see the concept of giving the athlete a fair chance. Because guess what? Ashanti left Jamaica with a lot of people disbelieving that she would even come close, remotely close to the qualification mark. And only because people are saying that she's an iron balloon and this and that, and then even when they heard that she's into bobsleigh, they're saying that there you go, another wasted talent, somebody who don't have no chance, gone to another sport, etc., etc. But guess what? Whatever involvement she has in boxing, I think is not telling as well because that girl is as strong as ever. Today I saw her running, and yeah, the speed is just uncorking now. But that was power on display when she could have reeled back at Daryl Nita so easily. And when
Yeah,
Favor
that
came
was
up to her,
she
she was
still pull
like,
away.
it's not gonna
She
be
still
She
have
had
that
today.
something
strength,
to
yeah.
respond.
Yeah.
Pulled and pushed and all the way to the line. And as I said before, I think she is on a wavelength now that she's not gonna dip too fast before what is it, 12 days time, Xavier?
No, 25.
25 days time.
Yeah, 25
I,
days.
I, I say I'm looking for her to get to the semifinals. And just in case somebody blink, she's gonna kick out their foot into the finals. That's where I'm putting her now. And I have all faith and belief that is now believing in her own abilities.
The so this event is now getting sweeter, because a lot of persons weren't having people in the event. And Ashanti Moore is saying, hello, I want to be a part of the conversation, whether the conversation be it just semi-finals, but as you rightfully said, if someone's tonight, you know, skate right through on the highway and go right in our finals. If you slip, I'm going to ask an outer box question, even though this question can be asked when I reach to the 100. What Ashanti has done and what
We're
we
upon the
saw
relating, Shago.
from Sharika today, and what we saw from Sharika today in the 100s, where are our chances?
I don't know if
When
you're
I
gonna go to
say
Sharika
chances,
too
our
early.
chances don't. No, so I'm saying where are our
You
chances?
mean
It
in
don't
terms of
necessarily have to
Sharika?
be medal. I
Are
was
you are
saying
you are you
when
specifically
I say
asking about?
go ahead.
Because I'm asking if you're speaking specifically to the fact that it's just the two of them so far that have really confirmed themselves are entries into the 200 meters. That's where you're taking it from?
Yes, that's where I'm taking it from. That's where I'm taking it from. So that's why I was going to say, I'm not specifically speaking about medals, but where do we see ourselves being with these two? Do we have them moving into the finals, or we just have Sharika Low moving into the finals, and if per se Ashanti into the semifinals? That's what I was. That's
So
where I was
we,
going.
we
Not
give it.
necessarily.
For me, we are giving Sharika credit for what we know she's capable of at this point. So her capabilities, we say Sharika will make the finals. Ashanti Moore was on the opposite side of the conversation. We weren't trusting that she would be able to. Ashanti Moore was not able not able to convince a lot of people. She went to Europe and started getting the votes, right? She start bring out the people and show them, say, oh, I'm a contender too. And if I should put both of them in the same line right now, I'm a little bit worried about Sherika.
All right, point
Uh,
taken. O'Shea?
if you think about it, the only blessing Ashanti Moore has really gone to major championships, if a lot of people don't recognize. And she has run the 200 meters for Jamaica at previous championships. And one other thing I thought at that time was that she would have used that opportunity, like I always hope for most people to do, um, to really, she was there the last world champion. Incidentally, the last world championships in Budapest was where she was. At the time, she was nowhere close to 22. Because I think she ran 23 something and everybody were like, yeah. But she, I think
27?
in the back of her mind, she knows that the last time she went to the last world championship, she represented Jamaica in the 200 meters. At the time, we were also struggling to get females in the 200 meters. And people came and they castigated her and said that, boy, where she better go for? I think now she really decided that she's not going to make the same mistake again. So this time, as Xavier said, if you put her in Sherika tomorrow to probably race the 200, I will put my hands on the chopping block to say she's going to beat Sherika tomorrow. Will she beat Sherika in 25 days' time? I
No,
don't know.
don't
But for
don't know.
now, I think anybody you put against Ashanti, she's gonna try and fight her way to the all the way to the line. And I'm not expecting her to go less than a semifinals. And if she gets in semifinals, that is a big achievement. Because Jamaica is still to this day struggling badly to get people to run the 200 meters competitively.
I agree. I agree with you with everything both of you say. And it is also more why I agree is because her former Mr. Corbett recently said that Ashanti will go faster. For someone who is not coaching her now, to be able to confidently say that and to see her do that today says something that, hey, he still has his eyes on his athletes and know their capabilities once they're put to the test. And Ashanti can angle anything when components are her body fit and ready, she ready. It is Ashanti's 2025 season is Ashanti Moore's season. I would say that. It is indeed her season, and she's taking the season by the horn and the head and running with it and making it work for her. So kudos to you, Ashanti Moore. And we are waiting to see what else comes within the 25 days to go. Sandy said, O'Shea, Eddie, I put on the block,
No,
I'm just
no,
saying,
I want. I
Eddie,
can live. I can live. I can live without my hand. I can live without my hand, but I need my head.
Um, Bear
What
Box
beer
said that
box? What
we
beer
have
box? Beer box.
your statement is incorrect.
Your
We have
box says
Hold
your
on.
statement is incorrect. We have people. We have people running the 200. They're just not making the
No,
standard time.
but that's why I said. That's why I
Your
said
report is not
competitive.
incorrect.
That's why I said competitive. We have 100 million people running 200
Right?
meters,
They're struggling competitively.
but we not. When it comes down to the big dance, we can't dance. We only having one or two people. Bryan Levell dance, Sherika dance sometime. Who else dancing? We need the people. This is remember, this is an event in Jamaica go 1, 2, 3. Remember, we are talking about the legacy that is with the 200 meters. So we need some people to get back to the big dance. And when Jamaica step out, the world have to say, wall up there. Black, green, and gold there. So we know it's a 3 in the finals. Those were the days we had 3 in the finals, 2 in the finals, and we were in the medal conversations. Grace Jackson, Juliet Cuthbert, Merlin Natty, whatever I look back and I said, this is the event that we used to dominate. Veronica Campbell. People want
Veronica
us to
Campbell
get back
Brown,
there.
Karen Stewart.
We want to get back there. That's what I'm talking about.
Sharon Simpson.
Sandy, go to your bed.
So,
Sandy said, Brianna, Sandy, go to your bed.
Hey,
Sandy,
bring out
Sandy,
Kashane.
if you bring out
Let's
Brianna,
draw out.
me have to call up my baby girl. Kevona Dixon should come back to run.
No,
Kevona
what is a
Davis.
Dixon? No bother with it.
Davis, I'm sorry. What are you gone? Where the host gone?
Yeah, I mean, HP track is gonna be very stick. You see the thing about it, the world has caught up to US and Jamaica, and the pause is there be because no longer can, just like how we caught up to US and we shot them and started taking the medals from them. The world has really caught up to both big names, and so now the medals that are giving out are not, no, there's no certainty about a Jamaican or a US nor a Great Britain anymore. When talk about a Botswana with to Tobago, those are countries that you're looking at to get medals. And you have other countries. You have Julian Alfred from St. Lucia. So therefore, you find that we're not so much caught up in the conversation about medals. My thing I know about medals are 3 medals exist, and you can run 9-7 and not get none. But if
So
you run 9-7, I can live with it and say, fantastic, good effort. But I just want us to be competitive. When I mean that we're going there, even if we don't get the medals, anybody get the medals and say, say, we got to run for our money. So that is exactly where I want us to start to build back. Because again, we should not be struggling to get times based on the product that we produce at the junior level. We shouldn't be struggling to get the times. Because the times, though they are higher than they were a few years ago, we should have enough quality to get the requisite number of people into these events. But when we cannot fill the events now, it's almost an indictment on us. And I'm saying that because we are Jamaica, we still have the factory. The pipeline is still probably it's a little clogged up, but it should still be functioning. Why are we struggling? Since 2023, we are struggling to fill events like the 200 and the 400. That is just kind of tough because we have a strong legacy in the 200 and the 400, just like we have in the 100 meters, and we are struggling to get people to get in those events.
I
Well,
think it's the mentality of our junior athletes and
why?
the reward system that has been created. It doesn't spell good sense for athletes to perform to their best. Because if you're going to give somebody a deal, you're going to buy an athlete and say, you know what, I'm going to pay this over 5 years, just run for me and show off my brand. Athletes are comfortable with that these days. So
Well,
the standard has,
Let me just put a twist to it and stop in the track. I feel like we struggle in the 200 meters because there's no money towards it. I heard a
there's no
prominent
what?
quote says, "There's no money. No, don't think about Usain Bolt. Don't think about that. The right the races or the event for money is the 1, the 4, those. We don't make money off the 2 like that. And I think it is
okay,
one of
a lot of,
maybe the reasons
lot
why.
of all of them can go to Turkey then.
And Bahrain
And Bahrain, yeah, go
and,
on.
and, and all of them country there because
Yeah,
right now, money will never be available. Money will
never.
never be available.
It's not going to come available anytime soon.
No, not until God come back. So might as well
So
we
they
just
go on to Turkey.
and get a
And
nice
when God
Christmas
come back,
meal.
Yeah,
come back, and now there won't be any more.
no
So,
milk and honey, not money.
Um,
all right, Ashanti,
beer,
Ashanti,
I don't know.
do you do?
You see the beer back, beer back. Let me clarify the statement there. Some people are doing good, and you have to take your head out of the sand. Some people are doing good. Bryan Levell, case in point, that I will talk to him about him in probably 30 seconds. He's doing good.
Right
I
now,
don't know who else you see doing good. Until you find out, you can inbox me.
right into Bryan Levell, the big man. the man of the moment for the 200 meters. Even the comparison of how we speak about the 200 meters compared to how we speak about the big man and the big woman of the 100 is even, okay, somewhat. But I firstly want to say, Sha'Carri Osborne, I salute you. I, Latoya Clark of Track and Field Totnet, salute you. Whatever it is that you are doing with your athletes, continue to do with your athletes and for your athletes, because it's not just one, it's more than one athletes that we are seeing she producing. And having Bryan Levell at this moment bringing and waving that flag, it says a lot. Kudos to you, Sha'Carri Osborne. Continue, do what you're doing. Bryan Levell, we know say you're a star long time still, but you know what I appreciate about it? Is that your stardom from champs days, from your junior time, is still being seen in your senior time. Bryan Levell has now entered the conversation more prominently to say, I am putting myself in the medal contention of the podium, to being a part of the podium. Bareback, if you know me.
Bareback need to go and bed. Bareback need to go and bed too, because Renaissance is a sound system here, and we still believe that it is a good sound system.
No, let me go one better, O'Shane. I did history in high school. Renaissance is the rebirth of learning. So we need to teach our athletes. Okay?
The simple things that they need to
learn.
Including the change of attitude. Yeah. Because again, a coach cannot change the attitude. He can only try to help you with the technical and those things. But there has been a sweeping change in the athlete's approach, and you can talk. You see him both say it, Him say, yeah, what? Him sorry say, him did set the bars high because everybody Jack Mandora spoil and think that they can just get up and go run so and just big so without putting in the work. And that is what Jamaica is suffering from now. A set of people who has talent, which the whole world have talent, but guess what? What is separating us from them? We lazy, like the man who sleeping in bed till 12 o'clock, and we want the success.
So Bryan Levell is actually showing the difference in mentality when it comes on to boys champs moving up into senior ranking. Because remember, he had a few athletes alongside him that we'd say would compete with him along the way, and it's a good pool of athletes. But the mentality, I would say the quote-unquote top 3 mentality of boys champs and the superstar mentality really not helping Jamaica track and field. Bryan Levell humble enough to put in the work, continuously putting in the work and make it work for him. And now we're seeing fruit of his labor. This is somebody that has the mentality, attitude and aptitude to win. And he's making sure it happened.
I mean, he showed this sign. He showed this sign last season when he ran. He went up into the sub 10 category and the sub 20 category. But one of the great thing is that we come now in 2025 and we are seeing him saying it wasn't just a fluke. I didn't just step up into that category and just feel comfortable to be named in that category, but I want to put my name in the category and be a part of the category. Bryan Levell today became the 3rd fastest Jamaican over 200. you know, that is a good conversation to be a part of. He has now moved Warren Weir from number 3 and put himself there, but also he is now in the conversation of being the third, having the third fastest time of the 2025 season, which means once it is that he comes with that level of focus and the level-headedness, the podium is right there for him to be a part of. And I say the podium and not just say the gold or something, but the podium is there for him to also be a part of. And I really do believe, I mean, that it is possible.
The thing about it, Latoya, which what encourages me is that I'm seeing a Bryan Levell that figures out what his shortcomings were last year. When you saw him last year, Bryan was running on sheer power and trying to put speed to match that, without understanding that at 200 meters is 200 meters combined, which needs to be run in a particular manner. And one of the greatest attributes you can have as a 200-meter runner is the ability to transition that first 100 into the last 100. And that usually takes place, most of it is around that curve. And I think now, if you want to find a textbook curve runner to show you how it's done, or what gets closer to the textbook, Bryan Levell is the man to look to now, because I think that is what is gonna separate him from the boys, from the men. Because I think if he gets off that curve anyway before a Noah or a Kenya or a Tobago, them have to go run out of them skin, and this time they probably be looking in them head back. Once he gets off that curve, leave them, and that's where I am so hopeful.
Bareback, even though O'Shea did want to go to bed, I think you come back with this. You come back on a good path. Bareback said, listen to me, Levell is giving us a next 19.6. I see silver or bronze. The podium is calling. I feel nice after the run today. The podium is calling.
I want to say, hope his body can get back there.
No man, the man look easy.
No, I saw the. No, hold on.
When we seen done run, is that me I say Todd? Him no realize say, like him say one more round, give me one more round. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I saw the race, and we tend to want to say you run it. He has a few more races to run. I just want him to get back there. I saw him sub 20, and he's going there. I thought it was a training run. I thought this was just go out there and see what you can do.
That's why somebody can get back there.
Muscle memory, Latoya, and we argue.
All right, Drew said the curve is what he really needs to get better at.
No, the curve is what he has gotten better at. So Drew, the curve is what he has gotten better at, and that is what he's telling. So
that's why we're getting that. That's why we're getting him sub 20.
Yeah. Well, every time he runs now, 19.7, 19.6. It has become a norm for him now. That is where he has worked on. Watch every race that he runs, and look where Bryan Levell lays down the marker.
So definitely what we know, based also, again, we were saying that he's a part of that 4x1 relay team. Definitely. Miss Bryan also put him name in the conversation name. For surety. So I really do. I know that Shaniki can get him and will get him to where he needs to be in 25 days, Evian.
Right, there's one.
Being comfortable and well ready for the seasoned, and I say seasoned, which is one man, then Kenny Benderick. Kenny, me I beg you, no push Bryan Levell. I beg you, Kenny, no push Bryan Levell though. When Bryan won left you, no push him. I got to know me I beg you, Kenny, no push Bryan.
Mind too much salt upon Kenny seasoning. Here, cause that might spoil the dish.
Just beg him about to push him. I just beg that.
I must say
Beg him about to
too much
push him.
salt. Too
Anyway,
much salt, not good.
Beerbox said, thank you so much because it really was ready for bed. Moving right along, the 100 meters. The woman, let's start with the woman so we can quickly, get to the man of the moment. Also, 100-meter women happened and we saw Marie-Josée Ta Lou-Smith. Right. Mrs. Ta Lou-Smith coming away with that win. 10.97, followed by our twin turbo, one of the twin turbos, coming in again with 10.99. Sherika Jackson, 11. Dr. Shelley and Fraser Price coming in third. Coming in fourth, my apologies. Him with a third story and the third was trials. How did we digest that? How did we take that? Drew is asking what's the deal with Jackson. So we're right there now. Third Drew, maybe Xavier or Shay can help with that. How was that?
The deal with Jackson is 11 seconds. The deal with Jackson is 11 seconds.
let me just tell you something. If there was a race that was disappointing for me at this meet, that would be that race. You know why? Because I was cautiously optimistic about seeing four ladies, and I tell you the four ladies, Ta Lou-Smith, Sherika, Tina, Shellyan, up against four others who were running up to last week. They were running races, and I was saying to myself, what will happen with the four that have been on a little bit of a relaxed period? Because those four have not run. Even Ta Lou has not run a lot since we last saw her in America. But I just think that the race need to run over back because something not go right. Something not go right. I see two different races. I see three different athletes from Jamaica, three different athletes running three different things. I don't know what to say about it, except I can say Mr. Sherika pull a gear towards the end and try press Ta Lou. And it looked like, I don't know if she'd step back because I think she could have pressed Ta Lou to the line when she responded. I think Tina just realized that she was beside Shelly and decided to, what? I'm probably shorter than you, but I'm going to step out because Tina should have gotten the race hands down. She did not get out of her mid-phase any at all. Tina was just like, okay, all right. She just, when the race done, Tina ready for run. Shelly and Fraser Price is doing what the doctor recommends. You ain't gonna have the tires. Don't tread them out yet. You can't do what these young chickens are doing. Just go fill up your lane and keep it moving. So, never expect nothing much from Shelly and Fraser Price more than what she gave. Tina, I was looking for more. Sherika wanted a better race. A better race in terms of execution. And I know if she had executed better, she'd have gotten a faster time. And that is what concerns me now. The executions are looking way too suspect.
So let me get there. Trials happen, and we say the mastermind from up the road are gonna fix the problem. Moving into the weeks coming up to trials, I'm still worried. I'm still worried over Sherika. I don't know. I'm still worried. So 2 weeks.
Start.
3 weeks. I don't think Sherika is interested, and I just think that's where she's at. I don't think her mind is here.
But Xavier, she has to be interested. She has to be interested. Jamaica is counting on her. It's the only female.
Listen, hold on there, O'Shea. If she go, If she go, she get pay. If she win, she get pay. If she no win, she get pay. If she no go, she still get pay. What me need to be interested for?
Sure. Xavier.
No. What me need to be interested
Xavier.
for? Remember, we talk about mentality, Remember, we talk about this mentality and where people set their expectation. I get paid either way. So if I run 15 seconds in a 100-meter, I'm still getting my base salary, Latoya. Hold on. I'm still getting my base salary, which I'm comfortable with. I don't know. I don't want your incentive. My base salary can pay my light bill, water rate, and my rent, and pay car payment. Incentive is if I want to go party or go spend some time at the hotel. I don't want it. I'm comfortable. My mindset is I'm comfortable paying my light bill, water rate, and rent. Remember, there's two things. You have your base salary and you have incentive. She's okay with her base salary.
Xavier, give me a minute. Xavier, give me a minute.
Yeah, talk to him. Talk a word to him.
Look here. It's not if she's interested or she's not interested. If you're not interested, don't do the stupidness that you did at the trials, because that's what you're telling me. It's stupidness she did at the trials. If she's not interested. Because if you're not interested, why did you come down? Come get second. Leave it to somebody then, and nobody give you no hopes. Don't come to me now in 25 days and tell me she's not interested. Whether she getting paid or she not getting paid, don't tell me that, Xavier. No, do it. Okay. She do this last year. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice.
Well,
no, do that, Xavier. I'm not joking.
Call it. She not seem interested.
No. Xavier, interested or uninterested. A matter of fact, Sharika Jackson have more to prove than anybody else.
Will she prove it?
You understand?
Does she care to prove it? She have more to prove. Does she care to prove it?
Hello.
You see, self-actualization is a hell of a thing.
Xavier,
this is Maslow hierarchy I need is a hell of a thing, Lataya. You're bright. I mean, I'll call you tonight. You see, Maslow hierarchy. Remember, Asafa said him never want win no medal, him just didn't want to be the fastest man in the world,
But that is not her modus operandi. No. That is not her modus operandi.
This is the Sharika that writes it down. This is the Sharika that writes it down.
What's she writing this time?
So that is not her modus operandi. You cannot move from the 400 and come down to the 1-2 and just only come down to the 1-2 just to come get a gold medal in the 200. Wow. You're quite comfortable with the bag of brands then there. Remember, Sharika has nothing really in the 100 meters, Sharika give away the 100 meter 2023.
You sound like one party we are go nomination there. With beer promise.
No, Xavier.
You must be serious, Latoya.
No, on a serious note.
Seriously.
No, and we're serious. We're serious. There's absolute no way I can accept as a reason rational that Sharika could not be interested in getting back on track with her career at the level that we know she ought to be. We're not saying, she has to get there this year. But guess what? You got to present yourself much better than it is being presented now. It has to be. We're not saying you won't get paid or pay not. It's like if you show up to work, in a crushed clothes, you can't still work. That's not what we're talking about. But when you show up, let it not be said that you're showing up to work crushed and people write that on your resume as somebody that is unkempt. Sharika has to, and I'm saying has to, she's not obligated to nobody, but guess what? She has to show up with
faith without work is dead.
Interest, a protected interest to know that we have enough faith in her and that we want her to understand that it's not a motion thing. We not go through no motion. No. And she the darling Shirley and Fraser, and she no do all of them 5 championship there for this. Merlin nothing never take them battering for this. So therefore, we gotta you see but never go run and show the world that we have potential. If you go tell me say you're not interested, this achieve we just lock it down.
Veronica Campbell never carry on batam boom.
Because you're not interested. No, sir.
Xavier, look here.
Well,
Look
I'm
here,
standing by it. No,
same way like how earlier, Xavier, you said like how earlier you said that she's in a camp that will get it right. He might go get it right.
That's the only thing.
That's the only faith we have.
What? No, that's not the only faith you have. Me, I said she'll go and get it right. 2023, she miss it. 2024, nothing. 2020.
No. We know. We're not asking much of her, Xavier, because we cannot say without a doubt that she'll be at the top of the podium. But we want Sherika to show up in the manner when we see it, we can say we are well pleased. That's the point we want to get it back. When we say we are well pleased. For now,
it can't go back where the word, the trophy, the medal not going can't go back where they know. We just have said that. Award? No, we didn't say that. Juju is out.
She's not out. I think he's asking a question. She's not out. She has just decided against Diamond Leagues and whatever.
Out of Diamond Leagues. Out of Diamond League, no. And for me, as you touch her name, for me, I don't think Juju is injured.
She's in St. Lucia eating St. Lucian food.
Yeah, I know I get it right when it matters. But sure, see when me have little open up in a market, I have little open. Moving right along.
I will be back because I got put out that competition.
You need to go in bed now.
I will say Juju or Sherika, who?
Juju has pulled out of the remaining.
No, he said I would be surprised if she did a stunt and put out the competition. I wonder who, because any more
that if I SJ
any more stunt we pull, we just go and start petition for we just select the team ourselves. We don't have no more trials. We just write and select and say send the one. We don't want no more stunt. We tired of stunt, you know.
We'll do that. That's open the show, Joe. 100 meters male. Xavier, now make you tell me. But Xavier, we're moving with time. Remember that's drag. But tell me what I'm going for 100 meter male. No, beer back. Me now bring you with that something. Beer back. Me now bring you with that. Xavier, talk to me about the 100 meters.
So I still.
But on the beer back or your bed.
And call your granny if you start fast and pray for now. You hear?
Beer back for sugar your bed now.
So there was a good race for Kishane. The first 20 is still my concern when it comes on to Kishane. I want him to get the first 20 correct, and then we can see what his true effort is. It was a world-class field, so kudos to him. He did what he needed to do. The norm is once Kishane run, it's 9.
Is what?
It's going to always be sub 10. Yeah, it's always going to be sub 10 once Kishane run. I like that about him. You set the standard and you stay right there.
No, Xavier, Kishane standard can't be 9-9 now though.
No, well, he's...
So Kishane, you see, Abit, no, I don't make you say that. Right now, I think Kishane has developed a little habit of not recognizing that they say you can't do the same things every time and expect the same result. Kishane, give me back one of the old Kishane race today. One of the old versions. I see the old version again 9-9. You see, every time we touch the old version, we now get more than 9-9. Right now, 9-9 a first round. 9-9 a first round. I think they were working. He said it earlier that he and his coach, they were working on the newfound speed. Today, when him dash out the work and try to drag for the speed alone. Because the race was a mess. The last 10 meters of the race was where he started remembering everything the coach said. Otherwise than that, the man have fight for beating oneself today, and the field couldn't do no better than beat him either. He was fighting to beat himself. I see the whole moving and I said, relax. At the last 10 minutes, he relaxed and the line just came to him just in time. The race was fast in the context of what it is, but the race wasn't the best looking, aesthetically pleasing race for me. I don't know what anybody else will say. Me just think, I'm afraid of that old Kishane. I'm afraid of that old something there. Afraid.
You said they don't know what anyone else will say. So let me back you on that. This 9 Kishane won today is one of Kishane's worst race. I would say that hands down. Xavier spoke about his first 20. From Kishane comeback last year, everybody here is like me turn on scratch record. It's like me turn on scratch record with Kishane's story when me say Kishane needs to learn to separate himself on his first 4 steps, which is roughly the first 30 meters. The moment Kishane separates himself on his first 4 steps, everything else is nothing to Kishane. The line come to him in the next 10 seconds.
That wouldn't be 10. It would be 9.
You understand? That's I'm gonna try to say now. After I'm separating himself in the first 4 steps, everything else, the line reach him so quick him could even him never believe. Kishane needs to get out. You see the anime where Kishane imitate upon them stupid 9 time, yeah? Need to dash away. Let me say that. Whatever anime he might try build, I'm a make user, not working for him. The anime them wrong. Find the right anime for me now, please. Because come World Championship is anime versus anime, and it is the better of the animes that is going to win.
They're fighting
and
for second and third.
Hello, Noah Lyles have an anime. Kishane Thompson have an anime.
I have Civil to win.
It is the
I have
better.
Civil to win.
It is the better.
And that is why, Xavier, when you go down Civil Road, look what Civil does best. Civil runs a race that is so different from Kishane. And anytime Civil comes and put together the components of the race like he has been taught, he always dismisses the field. And that is why I believe that the person that is likely to do as they are instructed on most occasion is Oblique, as opposed to Kishane. And as the bareback said, the torso is the issue. He has done the right things before. We're not being too hard. Yes, we're hard in our analysis. But what we're talking about, if you're learning something that you are supposed to be doing repeatedly and learning, you should not be repeating the same error every time. It shows to us, it says to us there and then that you have not really learned it. You're just probably lucky 1 and 2 times. And that is what we're afraid of. Because look, when you have Kenny Bednarek up, they know we're close to Kishane in terms of talent and ability. Can run 9.7 easy breezy. You have other people running 9.7 like there's no. I think Kishane should not be fighting his way to a 9.9. Should not be at this stage fighting for 9.9. It is too. And Mark, we are doing from a place where we know say this brother is a big deal. He's a big deal. So we not make him think look lele. But guess what? We're saying to him, like Latoya said, him have to know say when he get to championship, Mr. Noah and the Ark are come for him. And him have one up on him, and him need to get back the one. And he can get back the one and Noah, and we are count on him. We just want him to fix the little things that we might do too often.
2 things is in problem, as we said. I agree with Howard. You see that when you're going to people them blocks, that twitch there, bear in mind, the twitch may work down here. Down at 876, it may work. But you see when you go to Tokyo, trust me, brother. Remember, matter of fact, you go to Paris, the people them have to warn you. Don't make the anime be unruly at the wrong time.
Bear back. Boy, Bareback, I want to know if you are real. Bareback, listen with the ears. We're not talking about getting it right, but you gotta be consistent. That's the word. Be consistent.
Consistent and correcting the things that you are not getting correct.
Look,
Get it. Do the things and make it perfect until it is that
second nature. You just get up and do it.
cannot get it right again. That's what we're asking for him to do. And even so, I see them I said something about him torso. Listen, even though that is the point.
We need somebody to get in there. And we think
they're running 9.7, Kishane around 9.6. He's able to run 9.6. I don't need Kishane to be running 9.6 every time he get up. But I need Kishane to understand that 9.6 is P1 to own. Him do it, own it, take control of it. Because you cannot be running 9.6 or is in the shape of 9.6 and come make somebody around 9.7 win the championship. That's all I'm simply saying.
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Your own. Your own. Your anime were on 9.6. We need back the anime there. You keep hearing me talk about this anime thing. Number one, no anime now go try jump over Kishane anime head because him can't go up there stuff. This is not Noah versus oblique. When can jump over oblique head and oblique get frightened. No. Him now go try that with Kishane. But what he will try with Kishane is say, okay, Kishane a fight against himself, him own self and him own body, make him go on. And him are gonna take him like a comfortable time and come down. Give the ladder slap. Give the ladder slap.
Be careful because right now he wants to sit down and watch over the race today. And for every mistake we make, he will out him and get one lick. Because I know, and this is what we're saying, we know that he can put it together much better than we saw today. We're not asking him to do something that he's not able to do. And with 25 days to go, we don't want it to be doing it so inconsistent against. Remember, I know here Xavier used the word, is a world-class field. This is probably one of the best field I'm going to face if I'm not going to Diamond League finals before the championship. Today was an ideal opportunity for him to put down a good one. And that is what we're asking for, just a good one. To put yourself into that mental framework to say, I am satisfied where I'm at.
And not argue with Kishane and Lataya talk about Kishane anime. So the mental capacity of these athletes very poor. You see what them set themselves as goals is our problem.
Do what my coach say.
Yeah, do what my coach say and still can't do what the coach say.
No, if that's what the coach is saying, the coach want beaten to. Because if you're doing what the coach say, you're exposing your coach. Because obviously your coach is not anything to believe. But the truth about it is that we just
the mentality of our athletes are just different. The way we analyze it,
hey, beer bag, what
we think
beer bag say sorry for hitting them.
We think they should be able to do better, and I agree with you both when it comes on to Kishane. 9.95 should not be in a race where when you run your race is 9.7.
Yeah.
If you run your race, get up out the blocks and run your race, it's training ground. That's why that's why your team brought you to Europe to train, not to win money. Guy already get paid. Is to train. These events. Money is a must in a Lataya. Yeah. That's a given. But these races don't mean much as what is to come. So you're taking this race today to say, you know what? Let me see if I can execute a perfect race and see where I'm at. Look at the difference with Bryan Levell and Kishane. Bryan Levell got like him on a mission. Every race Bryan Levell run for the last 2 weeks
Him
has been
almost
personal best.
similar execution.
Yeah, he's
And,
making
and,
sure.
and look, and the times are coming. Him
Yeah.
now do nothing different, you know.
No.
Him just a run the race like Shanika tell him, say, run the first, beat the curve, get into the straight, hold your form, drive home, 19.6, 19.7. And that is what we're asking of him. So we're not saying if we got broke no record.
Bareback said the problem he have is people give Noah a chance to make mistakes, while Kishane gets a different grading scheme.
Noah hardly make mistake.
Noah 98% always execute.
Yeah, Noah don't make mistakes. But
Kishane has been making too
But
much
if you
mistakes.
follow Noah procession, even in training, Noah execute like somebody there beside him.
yeah.
No, but the thing is, Kishane has been making too much
And
mistakes and too much of the same mistake, and that is why we are saying it. I mean, when he seemed to kind of catch himself with the first 4 steps, I mean, I say, all right, him hear we, or them see the problem, and then we go so back again and go back.
Kishane don't understand.
Mere example. Racers Grand Prix. Kishane and Wallaza, nothing I go step to step, I go down the line. And that is what we're saying. Knowing the field that you're going to be in and you're up against, separating yourself,
If he can't
holding your composure,
if he can't practice right now, he's going to be in trouble. Because Akeem Blake should be in front of him. Civil will be in front of him. And then it's your job to catch them back. I don't think you'll be catching Civil. Because you're worried about Noah coming behind you.
Remember I'm losing race. Because of Fred Kerley. Fred dip and then he go back at Fred and I dip back at Fred. Inexperience. Now you have gone at some experience. Fred now go there another one here. Fred now go a dip. Kenya come. Noah come.
Oblique is in front of him.
Remember I said man said the dip not important. Man said dipping is not relevant. Then I need him to get out of the position that dipping doesn't become relevant. If dipping is not a school of thought for you, get yourself in the position where you don't have to do dipping for it. Because if not, you're gonna be going down to the line with a dipper that's gonna out dip you and more people dipping against you, and then you're gonna be the one that was the worst of the dipping. So therefore, fix it now.
If he not separate himself, to make sure same dead if he had angry business, when all of them come down the line and the whole of when we look straight across the line, everybody, torso, head, everything, foot, everything, they overline the same way.
And he's a taller of all of them, so his torso is gonna be the slowest to the line.
All right, the man, Kishane, you is the man.
We have faith.
But get
we have
it
faith
right.
that he can get it, But we're saying that
faith without works is dead. If you have another faith, yeah.
No, Diamond League comes up shortly. Silesia, he's gonna be at Silesia, and at Silesia,
and he's going to go up again.
Silesia is where we're gonna judge it again to see if he repeats the same thing, because Silesia is gonna be a marker now to say, okay, have you gone back into that old habit, or was it just a bad day? Because we are willing to change our assessment as the race is done. So Silesia is gonna be the dress rehearsal, because I'm almost gonna tell you that Silesia field is gonna be as tough as this one today, and he will have to try his best to put the pieces together as is expected.
That's true. Noah, Miller, you said Noah make a lot of mistakes. Noah never run a perfect race with that start. Noah can't start.
Perfect bull medals, though.
Noah can't start, but he know how to run down people. That fish so true. Howard said that Akima stressed him out. Akima stressed the whole away.
The only thing I want, the only thing I need Akeem to do is stay motivated, because we need him for the relay.
But if we're gonna say that we need Akeem for the relay, why the reason? One of the next reasons why Kishane needs to fix what he needs to fix, because we need him for anchoring that relay, and we need him not to run away, leave the baton. This is not Kenny race. This is not Kenny run left baton last year. I'm just saying another thing. Monique said, I think that he will do better in the next race. Today's race was a warm-up. So Salisa is the next race, and we will see if really today was a warm-up, because Salisa is another big, good competitive field. Miller asking, what did he do wrong today? You are confused. Miller then never separate himself on the first four. He might hold himself at ransom. He lock up himself in his own body, in his own mind. He never relax. All of them, some of them, that's what we're asking for do. Take himself out of his own prison wall.
Forsake the old Kishane habits. That's what we want him to do. Forsake it.
Yeah, I'm coming to the 9-6.
We saw glimpses of it today. So therefore, we're hoping that he does not repeat the same. Noah is not going there to win. He's going into major competition. Not Noah turn ruler. Yeah? He's going into major.
No, but Noah is famous for that though. But Noah doesn't like to lose though, Howard. And that's another thing. Bareback said him get perfect gold medal.
He don't run perfect.
Yeah?
No, because he said he doesn't run a perfect race. So we're saying that, but he gets the perfect gold medals when they matter. So.
And why did he have to win today? No, we never say him have to win. We never say him did have to win today. We are just saying that he should have used today to correct some things.
Bareback, even if me run 9, he said if me run a better race and run 12 seconds, me not be happy. Me just want him to run a technically good race. If he do it and run 12 seconds, I'd be more happy than what I saw today, because I'm saying I saw somebody pressing the different portions of the race, trying to execute and executing it wrongly, fully. And therefore, we saw this the 9-9, which on any given days, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the night, Kishane can run 9-9. That's how good he is.
He can run 9-9 in I'm sleep. So he can run on anybody at any point in time. But yeah. Guys. No. All right, now I use psych for beat the wolf. Now I use the anime man. When I tell you that? No, but no, we know this. Now I know for psych out everybody. Same as how Usain Bolt used to do. So for the persons who say that Noah want to be like Usain Bolt, and Usain Bolt was always a sportsman, and say Noah is not sportsman-like, go back and look back on Usain Bolt, same thing, just in different ways. Psyching, Usain used to psych out too, but again, if we're going to speak about Noah, I will say the one thing that I say. I'm like on track record tonight. Noah Lyles is Usain Bolt without the records. Make it mad in chat. And when the time comes for the foot to the talking, him allow the feet to do the action. But tonight was another great discussion. And I want to say thank you so much to all the family members who joined us and stayed with us and stick with us. And for those who have not yet subscribed or like up the live and stuff like that, we ask that you do same. You can follow us on our YouTube channel at Track and Field Thomas, and also here on Facebook. We are happy to have you, new families, enter our family members enter our family, because we do track and field even in our sleep. It comes natural to us about track and field at any given minute, moment, second, or day. For the coming week, this weekend will be also another great weekend that we'll be having. I know that we'll have NACAC championships happening Friday, Saturday into Sunday.
Big
and
boy
we'll
qualification. Big boy qualification. Quote unquote.
Big Mackie level qualification is on the line for this weekend. Also, the women 4x4 qualification is on the line. But O'Shea, as we say that, I saw the lineup of the events, and I'm wondering if they left off something, because to my surprise, I only saw Jamaica alone for that woman 4x4. So I'm wondering if our girls will be going up against the clock by themselves. I hope not.
I don't think NACAC could have done that evil. I think they have just not presented the full platform of the teams competing, because
That's the
It's a,
only one that I
it's a
saw
good
up
feel
alone.
because US has sent a strong team. There might be no names, but they're really it's a really strong
No,
team.
I'm
US.
talking about women 4x4s
No,
even.
that's why I'm saying the women US have a woman 4x4 team
they have a
going.
team. That's what I'm saying. I remember Nakak page. Do not read a lot in the Nakak's social media page, our website. It gives you more gray ears and headaches than, yeah.
I tell you.
So
But
it will be sorted out soon to reflect what is the facts.
but that this weekend for that is going to I'm expecting for it to be a good weekend in terms of that. We all want to see them do and get it. And based on the team for the women 4x4, we should get it. We definitely should get it. The team currently basically is made up of Nikisha Price, the record holder, Stacey Williams, who will be anchoring my team in my head, you know. Dejanay Oakley is a part of that team, and
I think it's Leah Anderson.
Leah Anderson. Leah Anderson is also a part of that team. So therefore, I do believe that quartet definitely can handle the business. It's just the setup of the quartet, but whichever way that quartet is set up, can handle the business. Nikisha Price must run the second leg. The business are going, you know. So that's what we're looking forward to. We look forward to Celestia for those little matchups. I mean, the Twin Turbos is up for Celestia. So we
So
they,
before you go, Latoya, that there's a outside chance for the next sister to make it to World Championship. I'm still keeping my finger crossed. If she get enough points, she will be making Diamond League finals.
well, she's currently on the block. Based on because she has been running the Diamond League.
Diamond League. So
Before, so she's currently on the
if
card.
she can win Diamond League final, we should get that fourth person in the 100 meter. That's an outside chance since she's not going to knock up to win era champion.
Let's hope that Melissa doesn't show up to Diamond League. Juju will not show up. Melissa is a weapon
Yeah.
that will farm against her. Or what? They're not running particular for a time at this stage. They're seeking to put themselves in a better position.
Than being on the 16 position.
They're trying to claw back the Netherlands. The Netherlands is really a big team that's farther ahead of them in terms of quality, if you ask me. But they're trying to get themselves at a closer point to Netherlands so that they'll be fully secured. So, yeah.
Yeah. So some stuff to watch. I mean, a lot of I realize that the Dakar team is made up of a lot of the World Championship team that we know would have made it. I see Dakers is in. I see I think I see Thomas Dodd is in. Shanika Ricketts is there. Navaski Anderson will be there. Big Boy Mac 11.
Johnny
Lana Kennedy is
Russell,
there. We have Jordan Williams. We have
Janelle Smith.
Janelle Smith there for the 100.
Christopher Taylor is there as well. And
Taylor is also there. So I mean, it's a good meet to watch. It's a really good meet to watch. And then after we have endowed ourselves into that, we then move gradually down to Pan Am games happening after, and then we continue our countdown to Road to Tokyo. Definitely. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you joined us from. We are happy to have you be here with us. Definitely, again, Oshay, we're gratefully happy to have you at any time, and we'll definitely be seeing you back on Monday. Guys, look out for the, another recap of what happened over the weekend, this weekend on Monday, and also look out for another special show that I'm sure you all will be interested in, that is supposed to be coming up again. We here at Track and Field on it, we're always trying to, get everyone in and also getting any answers as best as we can so that we all can be in the know and be able to be comfortable going into Tokyo 2025. We thank you so much once again for being here with us. We appreciate you being here with us.